Good evening, Lakers Nation. If there's one thing that defines the purple and gold, it's passion, from the hardwood to the heart of every single fan. But after Game 1's disappointing loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves, that passion turned into frustration. Social media erupted. Critics circled. And fingers pointed, specifically at one man, Austin Reeves. Let's be honest. The energy was high, the stage was set, and the expectations were through the roof. But Reeves came out cold. Ice cold. In the first half, he scored just 2 points, shooting a dismal 1 of 6 from the field. And his defense? Not what fans were hoping for. Suddenly, the whispers became shouts, bench him. Give someone else a chance. Why is he even starting? But before we rush to judgment, let's take a step back. Because sports aren't just about a single game. They're about the story. And Austin Reeves has won. This wasn't just a rookie folding under pressure. Reeves has history with the Timberwolves, and it's a good one. In his last 6 matchups against Minnesota, he's averaged 17 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. Those are not numbers you just toss aside. That's not a fluke. That's consistency. Now sure, Game 1 was rough. There's no sugarcoating that. But let's not forget the momentum Reeves had leading up to that moment. Over the last 10 games before the playoffs, he was scorching hot, 24 points per game on elite shooting splits. He was hitting from downtown, slashing through defenders, making plays like a seasoned vet. And if that wasn't enough, look back at last year's playoffs. Reeves was rock solid, averaging 17 points per game and shooting with deadly efficiency. That kind of performance doesn't just disappear overnight. So what happened in Game 1? Nerves? Maybe. Fatigue? Possibly. But here's a stat that tells a different story. In the first half, Reeves held Anthony Edwards to just 8 points on 3 of 9 shooting. That's not elite defense, but it's not the disaster some made it out to be either. It shows he was hustling, staying in front, making life harder for one of the NBA's brightest stars. Let's not forget, it's the playoffs. Emotions run high. Mistakes are magnified. And one bad game feels like the end of the world. But greatness isn't about never falling. It's about how you respond when you do. And Austin Reeves? He's got the heart of a fighter. But he wasn't the only Laker catching heat after Game 1. Jackson Hayes, a big man with big expectations, had a night to forget. Just 8 minutes on the floor. Little impact. Defensively, he looked out of sync. Offensively, he barely registered. It left fans asking, why is he even in the rotation? But here's the twist, Hayes can be a difference maker. His athleticism is real. His rebounding? Potentially crucial. And against someone like Rudy Gobert, the Lakers need size, speed, and someone who can meet him at the rim. That's where Hayes comes in. Maybe Game 1 was nerves. Maybe it was just a bad matchup. But give him a longer leash in Game 2, and we might just see the version of Hayes that can catch lobs, protect the rim, and energize the crowd with a single highlight play. Then there's Dalton Connect. The rookie. The spark plug. The guy Lakers fans are itching to see unleashed. He brings shooting, scoring, and a fresh jolt of energy. But here's the challenge, who do you take minutes from? Gabe Vincent? A playoff-tested guard who brings grit and perimeter defense. Jared Vanderbilt? A defensive bulldog whose energy is contagious. It's not that Connect can't play, it's about timing. Playoffs are chess, not checkers. And putting Connect out there could be a risk. His defense? A known weak spot. And in a do-or-die game, that could be the difference between survival and elimination. It's a balancing act, and Coach M has to walk that line with care. Speaking of Vanderbilt, his impact doesn't always show up on the stat sheet. He's not dropping 20 a night, but his presence matters. His defense? Relentless. His hustle? Unmatched. And maybe, just maybe, the Lakers should give him the green light to shadow Anthony Edwards full-time. No more help coverage. No more switching off. Just man-to-man, grit-to-grit, one-on-one basketball. Because sometimes, it's not about changing the pieces. It's about adjusting how you use them. And that's the message tonight, Laker Nation. No, this isn't the time to panic. This isn't the time to blow up the lineup or throw in the towel. It's time to refocus. Recalibrate. Respond. Because this team has the tools. The talent. The fire. LeBron James is still king. Anthony Davis is still a two-way monster. And players like Reeves, Vincent, and even Hayes have proven they can rise when the lights shine brightest. This is still the team that clawed its way into the playoffs with heart, hustle, and highlights. Let's not forget what they did to get here. Let's not let one loss erase a season's worth of grit and growth. Yes, adjustments need to be made. The game plan needs tweaking. Rotations might shift. But the soul of this team? It's still intact. And that soul is battle-tested. Let's talk numbers for a second, because numbers tell a story too. In Game 1, LeBron put up 21 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists. Not vintage, but still LeBron being LeBron. He read the floor. He controlled the tempo. He made plays. And he did it all at age 40, like it was nothing. Anthony Davis was a beast on defense with 5 blocks, and he added 24 points and 11 rebounds. He was in the trenches, fighting for every inch, making Gobert work for everything. You can build around that. D'Angelo Russell? Off night, 13 points on 5 of 13 shooting. But he's another guy who, when hot, can swing an entire game. And he knows it. Austin Reeves? Finished with just 9 points on the night, but again, that doesn't erase the last 10 games where he averaged 24. It doesn't erase the fact that he's a known playoff performer. What it tells us is simple: he's due for a bounce back. And bounce backs? They're what legends are made of. So here's the call to action: stay locked in. Stay hopeful. Stay proud. Because the Lakers aren't going down without a fight. Game 2 is coming. The adjustments are coming. And the heart of this team? It's still beating strong. We've seen this before. The media counts them out. The fans get anxious. The narrative shifts. And then, they respond. So if you're thinking this story is over, think again. Because the Lakers are just getting started. And Reeves? He hears the noise. He feels the pressure. And something tells me he's about to remind the world why you never bet against a man with something to prove. This isn't the end. It's the beginning of the response. So grab your jerseys, light the torches, and get ready, because Game 2 is coming. And if history has taught us anything, it's this. The Lakers don't back down. They rise. Here's a crucial insight for you: diving into financial education can significantly elevate your quality of life. In the realm of finance, take the time to explore bonds and stocks, with a special emphasis on real estate investment trusts, REITs. These investments have the potential to generate passive income. Approach this journey with diligence and opt for reputable investment brokerages globally. By doing so, you'll be laying a solid foundation for a more secure and prosperous future.